Today we will be examining the false piggy preacher Paul and his adopted son's circumcision. Grand Christ Pig scholar A. N. Wilson admits the truth, and Wilson says, the third and essential part of the rite of circumcision is mesisol, that is, sucking out the blood from the wound. Since the 19th century, it has been permissible to perform this part of the rite with a swab, but in all previous centuries, and certainly in Paul's time, it was necessary for the one performing the circumcision to clean the wound by taking the penis into his mouth. In the case of a young adult like Timothy, the bleeding would have been profuse. Where is the proof of this act, you might ask? In Acts 16:3, Paul circumcises Timothy, which we will look into. In 1 Corinthians 9:20, Paul admits he deceives people in the name of Jesus for the sake of winning converts. We learn this porky pagan is a deceiver who tries to fit in with Jews for the sake of converting them by doing their practices, despite him not being bound to those practices for his salvation. Who are these people he is trying to please? Well, they are Pharisees according to Philippians 3:5, where Paul admits he was circumcised too and possibly got his Zebura sucked at a young age. Pharisees were extremely common and the majority group at the time of Paul. Pharisees adhered to the Mishnah, which is the oral law, how to perform circumcision, according to the Mishnah. It states in Shabbat 133:18. The following, Mishnah. When the 8th day of a baby's life occurs on Shabbat, he must be circumcised on that day. Therefore, one performs all the necessities of the circumcision, even on Shabbat. One circumcises the foreskin and uncovers the skin by removing the thin membrane beneath the foreskin and sucks the blood from the wound and places on it both a bandage, ispalanate, and cumin as a salve. Yes, Timothy was his son. In 1 Timothy 1:18, he addresses him as his son. He's not biologically his son, but he is his adopted son. This satanic cult leader, Porky Paul, has trauma issues. Instead of seeking therapy to cope with his Pharisaic teachings, he took it out on little Timmy. How sad.